Yo, what's good? What's good with y'all young boys? The Just the Guys podcast. Today I'm joined with two very special guests. I got my boy Ant in here. He's an esteemed artist, whatever you want to call him. Artist. Go ahead and plug your stuff, my boy.
Shit, man, it's your boy Mr. Parachuteless, one of the flyest niggas to do this. Mr. Kraydot, Sir Bars a lot. Whatever you address me as, that's what we're gonna go with, baby. Glad to be here with you.
Yes, sir. And then I got my boy Nick in here too. Nick, say what's good.
What's up, guys? What's up? Proud to be a part of the podcast. Happy to be a part of this project. It's great things.
I hate Devin.
Damn, why you chuckling, man? Let my man get his shit off, bro. I disrespected him. And then of course we got your original four. You know, we got Terrell,
Yo.
Denzel,
What's good, everybody?
and the Red Pill General, Devin. Say something, my
Say
guy.
something, man.
The fuck?
The rest minutes right now.
We on some demon time today. Yes, sir.
I hate when y'all do that dumb shit where y'all just don't say shit. Like, I gotta edit this audio. What are you talking about? Say something. Damn. I'm not gonna lie though, Ant had one of the flyest fucking intros.
Hey, I ain't gonna
to
lie,
this
bro.
shit.
Bro came in here smashing shit, bro. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
bro, man. You know,
Definitely,
when you stay ready, you never gotta get ready. You know what I'm saying?
This
lie.
man, this
The
man
boy's a
preaching.
performer.
spitting.
You know what I'm saying? He said he ready for all this shit.
Ready for
Yeah.
everything.
At all
Fuck.
time,
Oh,
baby.
shit.
Hey, go ahead, Devin. Share your story for the people.
Oh
Yeah, let's get
man!
right into
All right, bro. So this one about a particular female, man. We not gonna. Nah, fuck that. We gonna violate this bitch real quick, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my
God.
Damn.
Not
Off the rip.
All right, so I met her off. So I met her off that Bumble bullshit dating app, bro. And like the first thing she told me, like we was talking, getting to know each other. The first thing she told me, she was like, "Oh, if you talk about anything sexual, we out of there. I'm blocking you." I'm like, all right, then, nigga, what the fuck? So I was like, all right, that's already number one. Number two, like, she was like, I really want a man to like take me out on a date type shit because she ain't never took one out because the baby daddy was basically using her ass for money. So then they got her pregnant and had a kid.
Oh.
On top of that, she got a kid too. So that's like, you know what? Kids supposed to be a beautiful thing, man. I ain't down no kids. I ain't saying nobody should have kids, bro. But like when you try to plan shit, you gotta think about the kid too, because you gotta feed that kid. You gotta make sure they good clothed. And gotta make sure they sleeping good. You gotta make sure they don't smell like ass too. So that's already four things. So I'm like, you know what? I'm starting to have too many red flags on this shit, bro. So I was like, and then like today I was talking to my boy Denzel over here, Mr. Don't give a fuck activist himself. This man was like, you know what, bro? You might as well dead that bitch because she gonna make up all the excuses, and the fact that that's the first thing that came out of her mouth. It's like talking about sex. 'Cause y'all eventually gonna clap cheeks. I'm eventually gonna clap cheeks. That's the number one thing I'm trying to do. I'm trying to fuck. I ain't really trying to do all that relationship shit. So I was like, yeah, you nigga, you right. We dead in this bitch. But at the same time, she the one thing that stuck out the most is she like to smoke a lot. And I ain't got no problem with nobody that smoke. But bro, like I can already see where this shit go. Cause like my past bitch I was fucking with, she started buying all of the exotic
Jesus
shit.
Christ, man.
Hey, bro, no.
Hey, real quick, we respect women. We respect women on here. We respect women. He's just talking this shit.
I'm just talking from my
Damn.
opinion, bro. Like the last bitch I fucked with, she ran out of money, and then she basically wanted me to start, funding her shit. And I was like, nah, you good, bro. But I'm just saying, bro, like, if you're gonna try to date with kids, have your shit in line, bro. And then don't be on no weird ass shit like we in middle school or high school. Nigga, we just fucking grown out here, so like that's my little quick rant. But how y'all feel about that, bro? Y'all think I was wrong? Y'all think I was right or wrong for deading that bitch or
You weren't wrong.
we do respect women,
You
though,
got-
I ain't gonna lie.
You got your red flags, King, and she had all of them. So you know.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, most definitely did.
Yeah. I usually cut them off at one though, but you gave her some chances.
I gave her like 2 or 3. I ain't gonna lie. I was being generous. Never again.
I ask you this though, on a scale of 1 to 10, what was she, appearance wise?
Parents wise, she was a 7.5, bro. Not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
That ain't too bad.
Hence the
That ain't
chances.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
At all.
Yeah, I gotta keep my shit at a slim rating, bro, because
Now,
I
Devin,
ain't no hell.
let me ask you a
What's up?
question.
Go ahead, bro.
She said, don't ask her about nothing sexual, correct?
Yeah.
Did she ask you what you do for
Here we
work?
go.
Yeah, she did. She actually did ask me, and
Oh,
I was
she
like,
asked you. You ain't tell her.
yeah.
She asked you for that information, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
she asked me like
All right.
what I do. She ain't asked me where I work. That she asked me specifically what I do, and I told her. But then again, like it brought me back to that conversation we had earlier. I was like, you know what? Females do that shit a lot, dog. They ask you where you work at to see if nigga got money or not, and then they
But
play
like,
off that
who
role
you
after
live
that.
with? Do you got your own place? Like,
Yeah, she basically asked me all
that's
the
like the same. That's our version of like, we don't talk like how they be like, don't talk about nothing sexual. Don't talk to us about what the fuck we got going on with our money and shit. Don't worry about that.
oh god.
Don't worry
They
about like
trying
we ain't worried about if you ran through or whatever your past is, or you freaky deaky or not. Don't ask us about
to.
what our wallet looking like. It's just the same thing. We could talk about
Right.
other
Different
things.
context.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let my boy Ant spit because I know you had something to say about that. Look at
Nah,
that.
I was just gonna say what bro was saying is um they try to find a way to how to make your situation fit them the best. You know what I'm saying? So she's probably trying to wiggle up inside of your situation and be like, damn, so he made this amount. I can probably, you know what I'm saying? Like he's saying, oh dude, where do you stay? If you stay by yourself, I can come stay with him some nights. And then time after time, she gonna start leaving clothes and then leaving stuff over. And then next thing you know, she gonna bring her jit. Like, oh yeah, this is my baby. And like next thing you know,
Yeah.
you in a whole relationship. You feel me?
This nigga spitting.
Women, women be women be plotting just like men do. So you saying you wanted some pussy. She trying to figure out if I'm gonna give it to him, how I'm gonna get the best experience out of what I'm gonna give him, and you know what I'm saying. The same thing in return.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
He most definitely was looking for that security. You was
Nah,
plotting on the
facts.
cheeks. She was plotting on the stay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the same thing, and the money. Always the wallet.
Yeah.
It's they always
She was
looking at
plotting
the
on that
wallet.
wallet.
That's
Yeah.
like the first thing females do is like when the shit don't go their way, they always look for an out. And her out was definitely for the money, bro. Because I told her what I did. She was like, "Oh, really?" She got wide eyed as shit. I'm like, yeah.
Red
How
flag.
much? How much of that? How much of that you feel like social media and like the city girls, and how much of that you feel like plays a role in today's women's mindset?
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
100% honestly, and
He
it's
said,
crazy.
Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah,
Go
well,
ahead.
actually, 100% because I actually even have a testimony for this because I'm married,
okay,
so I'm coming from a different background, and
bet.
my wife grew up a part of that generation where it was like, I mean, we're all the same age, right? 25 years old, she's 25, but she was a part of that movement where like social media was the foundation of like how women would define beauty. I mean, remember when Kylie Jenner first got on the scene? Everybody wanted to like, if you couldn't look or be like Kylie, it was an issue or you weren't deemed attractive. And I was like, that's weird that we're sort of defining what attractiveness is based on how someone else looks. But then they also want that package like Kylie has. Oh, okay, if you're not dating someone who's not making a certain amount, or if you're not making a certain amount, that's a problem. Or if you're not living at a certain standard and have a certain lifestyle, then that's a problem. And this is the scariest thing I think me and her have ever discussed. She said if women can't make their own lifestyle that fits the standards they want, they will find a man that can buy it for them.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, yo, that's terrible because now it's like, oh, that man is only a wallet. Oh, that man is only a tool. Only that man is only a resource. He's not a person that wants a relationship. He is this thing I'm going to use up until I can find something I want. And I'm like, that's toxic. And it's scary to know that social media projects the image of showing the highlights of that type of lifestyle, but not the dark side of it too.
That's also objectifying
Totally
the men.
agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like they say we objectify women, I guess, sexually because they have, this beauty. I mean, women have always been looked at as sexual objects just from the sole reason that they can reproduce. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty
But
much.
like for them to look at the man and just be like, okay, so he is basically a bank, an ATM, like a sort of resource. I mean, it is scary. I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of the reason why I don't associate myself with a lot of girls to begin with. Like if I meet any girls or I have any friends that are girls, it's from school, work, an activity, or somewhere that I go all the time, whether it be the gym, shit, the tattoo shop.
Exactly.
Like it's not. I don't really go out of my way to get to know them because it's like, what do they offer me? Like if it's not, and I don't mean offer as in like You know,
something
like
physical, but something mental, or maybe something, you know, if you go that way
exactly.
spiritual, like what does it bring value to me in terms of that? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like whether they can, I don't know, benefit me with social media networking like that, or if they say, oh, I know this guy right here that cuts hair. He cuts hair for $15, or like whatever it is like that. They can get me
What?
on
Don't talk
connections.
about that unicorn. That don't exist
You
anymore,
feel what I'm
man.
saying? Like it's
Jeez.
it's it's stuff
I
like
ain't gonna
that
lie,
that gets you
bro.
Really
going.
though.
The price that went up, bro. They charging 40. I thought the 20s, 40 is the new 20, bro. I'm out here like, damn, I gotta
You
go
don't
back
need
to
to
the
fill up your
ATM.
car. Come get this haircut real quick.
You
That's what I'm
feel me?
Yeah,
saying, bro.
nah, bro. You
Yeah,
got to
this shit
cut
is
back
wild.
on that. And you don't really be knowing, like, that's the scariest part. Like, I seen a post on Facebook the other day. The dude took a picture of her and she took a picture of the dude, but their caption said like two completely different things. You're like,
Mm.
oh, I just finessed this nigga out of lunch. And then his caption was like, oh, I think I found the love of my life type shit. You feel me? So
Oh
you really
yeah.
never
Oh,
know. You
hell
really never
That's
no.
know
crazy.
that's the scary part, bro. Like, you can be like wholeheartedly into something, and that the other person
It's not
may not
real.
feel the
Yeah.
exact opposite, bro. And
And it's
that's a big part of the generation shit.
yeah, and I don't want to portray this image, like just perpetuate this idea that we hate women, because we
Yeah.
definitely don't. I love women. All right, I feel like they have a lot to offer. Like the ones that I meet that are really great people. You know, I feel like they can really keep you grounded. They offer a lot of stability. They take care of you. You know what I mean? They nurture you. They offer different perspectives to look at things because their minds are way more complex than ours are. So they see things from different perspectives, or they pick up on things that you may have not noticed, like social cues, just things that you may be doing wrong. Like they offer a lot, you know, but it's
Yeah.
just that part of them that we just obviously don't like, and we talk about it a lot because we go through it all the time. We've been going through this shit since middle school, since high school, like just trying to get the girls that we want, realizing that we can't, so we gotta, you know, better ourselves, improve ourselves in some different ways, and we go through it a lot even today. Like we still go through it. So if y'all feel like, hey, damn, like they hate women or they always talking about women, it's just because these are our experiences. Like, you know, like we all have multiple experiences, and then we just say fuck it, like let's go chase something else. Let's go
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
dream, chase the
And
bag,
and
chase
But
for
the money,
people
chase the project.
we're gonna have some tips for y'all women later in this episode.
and
We
for
got
a
y'all.
quick reference, real quick, bro, we talking about all our experiences and we all live in different states. Now women are different from all around the country, all around this country, bro. They not all on the same wavelength and shit. Some women just shiesty than a bitch. And some women really be out here just trying to look out for a good, genuine dude. So don't take this
Yeah.
to heart. It's just all opinion based. All right. That's all I gotta
Yeah,
say.
Facts.
truly.
So let's move on. Let's move on. Let's talk about
Oh,
you.
of course.
You mentioned weed.
Yeah, I want
Do
to talk
y'all
about alcohol and
do y'all have
drugs.
some
Oh
drug
man.
stories? Some out of pocket drug stories? I only had one experience with weed, right? Look, check me out. I don't I never smoked a day in my life, right? Never smoked.
And
But
bless.
I had an ex and she was like, "Oh, she was into like edibles and all that shit." So I was like, "You know what? Fuck it." I was like, "Let's do this shit." This is 2017. I was like, "Let's do this shit. Fuck it." So we break that shit up into four pieces, right? I take a corner, she takes a corner. This is like 9:30 p.m. I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, hour goes by, 2 hours go by. I'm like, I'm not feeling shit. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take another piece. Bomb. Wait a little bit. I'm like, bruh, I'm at this point, it's half a brownie. I've had half a brownie. I'm like, all right. I'm like, you know what?
Rap.
Fuck it. Like, you tired, whatever. I'm gonna take you home. I'm gonna come back. Got back home, went to sleep. When I tell you, I probably woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I had it. My heart was beating out my chest. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, yo, what? I'm having a panic attack. I'm like, yo, I'm never getting the most trivial bullshit. I'm never getting another job. What the fuck did I do? I'm like, bruh.
That
I'm
man
like,
had
oh,
blood
I call
sugar.
her. I'm like, yo, are you feeling like this too? Like, was this shit laced or something? She was like, nah, I'm chilling. I'm just sleeping. I'm tired. I'm like, oh hell no. I was fighting demons that day, but bruh, I
Nah,
kind of
bro.
want to try like edibles again because I know a bunch of people that have it, but it's just like I just overthink so much, so I feel like that didn't help my situation.
Yeah.
But it was just like, bruh, that shit was wild though. I felt my heart beating out. When I tell you, I felt every beat of my heart. I was like, bro, what the fuck is happening to me?
Every contraction of
That
that
shit
bitch.
beat through the whole
The
Everything.
body.
blood going through the valves. He was like, "Oh my god."
I ain't gonna lie. I had a little weed experience in high school. It was basically like the last 2 months of my senior year, and motherfucker already had his grades. They said I was gonna pass regardless what the fuck I do. So I started skipping school, And my homeboy, his dad had a Colorado plug. He come back home with some exotic weed. I'm talking about New York Blue Dreams, Alaskan Thunderfuck, some wild ass
Alaskan
shit.
Thunderfuck. Whoa.
Yeah, it's like some wild ass weed
Whoa.
strain. Yeah, bro. It's like some wild ass weed strains, bro. But like that shit'll get you fucked up. So I think the first time I was smoking, we smoked in my boy's garage. When I tell you we hit like a bong, the first time I hit that bong, I tried to stand up, nigga. I started seeing 2D shapes.
Oh,
Hey, hold on, bro. Let me sit down, bro.
snap.
Let me sit down, bro.
What?
Let me sit down, bro. I said, hold up. I said, oh, no, I can't do this. He said, hey, bro, is my eyes red? I'm like, bro, is my eyes red? He's like, nah, you good, bro. I went in the fucking bathroom. My shit bloodshot as fuck. I'm like, oh shit.
Whose eyes is he looking at?
And you know, black parents too. You can't really sneak shit past them too. So they just be looking like, what you doing? Why your eyes red? Huh? You know, what's up?
Right.
So my boy had the car drops in the car. And I get a phone call from my mom. She's like, you ain't answer your 2 phone calls. Where you at? Like, I was at my homeboy's house chilling. I was like, that was 3 hours ago. I'm like, 3 hours ago? I was on for 30 minutes. He said, that's bullshit. Bro, we got out of school because I had early release. We got out of school like 12:30. Nigga, it's fucking damn near 3-4 o'clock. I'm like, fuck. So I come home, bro. She had bought me Chinese food, and she was like, hey, did you enjoy your day today? She's like, you look a little tired. Why are you sweating? I was like,
It's hot.
I'm feeling like Craig. I feel like Smokey off of Friday, you know, angel dust and shit.
But checking this stuff out.
Damn.
She said, "Why you sweating,
I'm
bro?
good.
Imagine this man
I'm
just
good.
hunched over the Chinese food, like
Hey, bro, that was I swear to
Sweaty
God,
as shit.
yeah,
He's
that's what I was
smashing
doing.
that shit. He
I
was
was
smashing
smashing. I was smashing that shit, bro. I was like, damn, this shit good. This is so good. I'm like, still checking my shoulders and shit. Hey, I got past that shit, bro. Mom, if you watch this, you probably gonna watch this hoe. She be like, oh, that's what she was doing. Yeah, man. But that was, it turned a bad trip into a funny trip. So it's just like you gotta surround yourself with people that been doing this shit and they know what's going on. Because
Right.
if y'all all brand new to this shit, y'all all gonna be freaking out like motherfuckers. But
Yeah.
that's my story, bro. Yeah, you got anything?
I mean,
Man.
what y'all want? An edible or
It don't even matter, bro. We just talking about drugs in general. It don't matter.
shit. All right, I got a I got an edible story. So I was in a house apartment 3-2 with 2 other dudes, right?
Yeah.
And one of the guys, his girlfriend had seen this. She didn't even know the person on Instagram, but they
Oh,
were
no.
selling pastry edibles basically. So she bought us I think it's a chocolate chip cookie, cocoa not cocoa puffs, the pebbles, the fruity pebble one, and a
Sound
Rice
good.
Krispie treat, right? So she didn't tell us that she didn't know these people personally. She was like, "Hey, I just got some edibles," right? So we like, boom, all right, whatever. And just like bro was saying, he was like, we ate a piece. It was like, nah, it wasn't kicking. So we ate a piece of everything. We
Oh
ended
my
up eating a
God.
piece of everything, right? So
Oh, no.
everybody go back to their respective places. Everybody go to their rooms. I'm playing 2K and I'm looking up at the screen. I'm like, damn, this shit moving fast. And as soon as I said that, everything started like mushing together type shit. All the colors was like going. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So then I guess we all kind of like that shit hit us at the same time. So we all come out of the room into like the common area, the like living room and shit. We all looking at each other like, bro, this shit's not just weed, bro. There's no way. My homeboy put a hot pocket in the microwave. He put that shit on 20 minutes.
Oh my God.
That's not even listen. He put that shit in 20 minutes. He took that shit out with his bare hand, dog. I swear to
Ouch.
God. He took
Bro.
the 20-minute hot pocket, bro. He took that shit out with his bare hand. He bit it. I'm like, there's no way you don't have 3rd-degree burns in your mouth right now, bro. I had put a bowl in the sink. Like the sink was empty. I had put a bowl in the sink. I poured the cereal in the bowl until it fell into the sink part, and I poured the milk. And I was just eating that shit out of the sink, bro. That shit was like ridiculous. And then my other homeboy, I think we had like leftover spaghetti in the fridge. He didn't even want that shit up. He just took the pot out and started eating the spaghetti out of the fucking the pot, cold as shit and everything, bro.
Oh, damn.
I think the next day, that was like 10 o'clock at night. We woke up at like 8 p.m. the next day type shit, bro.
Damn.
So when we asked her like, yeah, who your plug is? Where you get these from? She like, oh, I don't know. Somebody was selling them on Instagram. Like,
What
what?
the-
Oh my
That shit could have killed us, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, that was I
Shit.
never
Yeah, that
after
shit
that
trippy.
wasn't no more edibles for me, bro.
Yo, I feel that shit. Matter of fact, I got something that's similar to that, bro. I mean, it's not that extreme. Like y'all said, you said this color started mushing together. Y'all started doing
Bro, I
crazy
had to
shit.
turn the TV off, dog. I had to turn the TV off. That shit was like fucking with my brain, dog.
Yeah, that shit's wicked. But I was going to FAU at the time. I think this was my second semester. So I was staying with this I forgot who I was staying with actually. I had a roommate with my boy Bam. Y'all know Bam. Shout out to Bam. You remember this. Actually,
shout out to
Bam, Snap, and Steph were all there like when this happened. So he's planning to go like to this party in Miami, right? And we was in Boca. So like, when you leave, it's like an hour, 30 minutes away, but it was like Miami, so it probably was like a 40-minute drive. Like it wasn't that long at all, probably 30, 40 minutes, right? So they was saying like I was hungry as shit at the time, and I was actually getting over a sickness. Like I had a cold or whatever, and like we were still hooping and shit. But like I don't know, I had a cold. I don't know where I got it from, but like my nose was stuffy. Like I couldn't really breathe through my nose or whatever. I had to cough like a little bit. But this was like 2 days after I got that, so it's like when you just getting over it and you kind of got like the little mucus and shit. Anyway, long story short, my boy Bam said his roommate is the plug for the campus. So I was like, all right, bet. So I slid him $10 for this brownie. Thick ass brownie. This shit was like this thick. It was a thick ass brownie, right?
Oh
Edible.
damn.
So I was like, all right, cool. We get in Steph's whip. He was driving an Infinity at the time, that beat ass Infinity. That shit got us a lot of places. So, but that shit was beat. Anyway, because he would be stepping on the gas, like he'd be pushing that motherfucker like it was a foreign. Like he really would put pedal to the damn metal. Like you could hear that shit scraping. But anyway, we in the whip, right? I'm sitting in the back seat with Bam. He next to me. He like to my left. Actually no. I just my bad, Steph. It was Snap that was driving. Adrian was driving the whip, and Steph was in the passenger seat. So we driving, I'm roasting, like Bam, like you know what I'm saying, we chilling. I took a bite out of the edible. Like some minutes go by and that shit didn't really kick, and I was hungry as shit. We stopped in Wendy's, and I'm a broke college student. You feel what I'm saying? We stopped at Wendy's. I ain't really asked for nothing. I ate the rest of the edible. I ate the whole edible.
Oh god.
So Steph was like, we driving. Steph was like, hey, you got some of that edible left? I was like, bro, I ate that shit, bro. I was hungry. That shit was good. I mean, besides a little planty taste, that shit was good. So we driving. I'm roasting Bam. They play About the Money by Young Thug, T.I. They play that shit. So like we vibing, and I'm roasting Bam. Bam roasting me, and he was like, I think Bam was high too. I don't know. I think he bought his own edible or he had smoked before he came. Cause Bam he was like feeling good. He was like giggly as shit. So I was like, bro, what the fuck you laughing so much for? And I started like roasting him. And I remember saying like pencil head ass because he had a flat top. So I was like pencil head ass, and he was like roasting me back, but I don't know what he was saying. And I was like, shut your flat head ass up. And I was like eraser head ass. And then at that very instant, I remember fucking T.I. being like, turn it. And the fucking bass hit and waves spread out across my body, bro. Like waves. And I was just went like my body was just like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? And I started giggling. I was like, I started giggling, and I was like, oh shit, this shit feel like? Because I had smoked plenty of times before. Like I had I had bought a pipe when I was like not in the fourth grade. Jesus Christ, when I was 14. When I was 14, I bought a pipe, and like I was trying, and I didn't really feel shit. I just kind of felt like, I guess a little calmed down. Like I never really felt nothing because we would do like little dime bags and shit. But yeah, at this point, bro, I was zooted for real. So I looked at Bam and I was cooking him, but everything that I said was pencil or eraser like related. Everything was similar, all the roast. And I was like, bro, I didn't even say that. Shut your ass up. And he's like, I'm finna cook you, dumb ass. He was like, oink oink face ass. He was like he was killing my shit. And I remember the two guys laughing. I couldn't do nothing about it because I couldn't think of nothing else. So I was like, fuck, bro, this nigga cooking me. I can't do nothing about it. And I was like, fuck it. So we driving, we get on the turnpike. And then I realized that like I can't really breathe through my nose. And I was like, shit, am I breathing, bro? Oh shit, am I breathing? And I started breathing hard. I started getting a panic attack. I felt my chest get harder. Like my heart started pumping. And I was like, oh shit, bro. What the fuck? Am I breathing? I was like, oh fuck. I can't tell if I'm breathing. I started looking around and shit, and I was like, "Oh my god, am I about to fucking die?" I was like, "Yo, why the fuck did I do this?" I started regretting everything. I was like, "Holy shit!" I leaned into the front seat. I was like, "Hey," I was like, "Bro, I need y'all to take me to the hospital." And then Snap was like, he was driving, right? He's driving. He's like, "You serious?" And he stepped on the gas. And I was like, "Bro, I think I need you to take me to the hospital, bro." And I started thinking about this shit. Man was like, "What the fuck?" He was like, "Nah, Jit, chill out, Jit. Like, you'll be straight. Like, you'll be all right. Like, your ass just tripping, bro. Relax." And I was like, "All right." Started grabbing my shirt and shit. I was like, "All right, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good." Yeah, and then we get to this little warehouse, whatever, where the party's gonna be at. And I don't really remember it that much. I remember there was like a long walkway, and we made like a right. You go up these few steps, and I was like, "Oh shit!" It was like 3 steps, like going up a average ass porch. But when I walked up these, like I had to be extremely careful because I never walked around being that fucking high before. So I stepped up, and I was like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, okay, I'm good. Like I'm straight." So then I get to the front. The security guard like got his flashlight and shit. He's checking me, like patting me down. I just went like this. He's patting me down, and he said I was good. He has to see my ID. I pulled that shit out, showed it to him like that. Put that shit back in my pocket, and I just walked through. And I was like, okay, I'm straight. I'm good, right? But we get to the party. I don't remember none of the fucking music that was playing, like at all. Nothing at all. I just remember there was that one song that was popular as shit at the time. That hit it to the beat. Hit it to the beat. You know what I'm talking about? That Miami shit. We like,
Yeah.
I need you to grab a shorty by the hand, turn her ass around, and just hit it to the beat. Hit it to the beat. Hit it to. Well, anyway, that shit was playing. I remember that shit playing, and usually I was the dancer back then. Like I would dance all the time, bro. Like dance to all the songs. So Snap was like, "Hey, yo, Rod, like this shit, like come on, bro." And I was like, "Nah, bro, I'm good. I'm chilling." And I was just swaying side to side the whole night. I was just swaying side to side, in the same fucking place with my hands up. I was swaying. You feel me? Like I had a little groove going, and I heard that they were serving drinks like at the little bar or whatever. So I went over to like get a drink, and I was like, "Damn, what's all these cups?" They had like they was making some drinks, like you know what I'm saying, some alcoholic beverages. I was like, "Bro, where the water at?" She's like, "We don't got no water." Bro, I had cotton mouth like a motherfucker. Like my shit was dry as shit. I could not feel my tongue. The insides of my mouth were dry as hell. I was regretting everything, bro. Like I was so uncomfortable, but I kept like, I kept doing my little sway. I remember there was this one shorty that came up to me and she was like dancing around me. And this was like one of those girls that you see on campus and you don't forget because like she was like attractive as fuck. Like she's bad. You know what I'm saying? But she over here dancing like around me, like dancing with me and shit. And I'm not even paying her no mind because she looked fuzzy anyway. So I'm just like, I'm just hitting my little sway the whole night. Just hitting my little sway for an hour and a half. I'm in the same fucking spot, hitting my little sway. And I remember there was a point in time when she was drunk and she came over to me and she like leaning on my shoulder and shit. And I was like, why is this bitch on my shoulder? But I was still like kind of like doing the dance. Is she on my shoulder? I'm still hitting a little sway or whatever. Bro, I don't remember when we left or how we got home, but all I know is when I woke up the next day, bro, I was still high. I was still high the next day. I remember getting in the elevator and feeling like I was like right here, like this is my actual height. I felt like I was right here. I was like, bro, can I just come back down, bro? I'm tired of this shit. Like, I'm over this shit. Like, this is Sunday. I'm chilling. This is supposed to be my break day from classes, bro. Just bring me back, please. Please bring me back, bro. I would never do that shit again.
Edible
Like, not
trips
at
are
that
definitely
caliber.
different.
Yeah,
Nah,
like
facts.
I was going. Denzel, you got any stories? Hell
I'm kind
nah.
of with Terrell. Like, I never really smoked a day in my life, but I did drink lean at school by
Oh,
accident.
Oh wow.
hell no.
This ain't
By
my
I did.
accident.
Yeah,
By
man, hold
accident.
up.
Jesus.
I did do that
What
one
I
time.
said?
I did do that. I
He
mean, I
said
did
Hold
smoke
up in this
in the
bitch.
garage when I was 18. I'll tell you about the weed one first. When I was 18, I had a friend on Xbox. Before I met Rod, before I met Nick. This is like in 2012, like beginning of 2012. I met this dude. We've been kicking it. He turns out he lived in my same city. He lived in Charlotte too. So eventually, we was cool. We used to play Call of Duty, basic ass games and stuff. And we met up, and he's like, "Yo, come with me to my friend's house. We got to get high." I was like, "I don't smoke." He's like, "Nah, bro, you good, bro? You can just chill out." I was like, "All right." So I went. I ain't think that I thought it was a bad idea. I was like, I don't even fucking smoke, so I'm gonna be there looking square as hell. But I went anyway. It was like 4 white dudes. I ain't know 'em. They lived in this nice ass house. It was like the suburbs. It was the burbs. I was like, damn, who your friends? He's like, nah, this is my dude from high school. Cause we lived close to each other, but he lived in a part of Charlotte that was like went to North Mech, and that's like the rich people school for us.
Mm.
And I went to Malacrete, but went in there. It was high as hell already. When we got in the garage, that shit was cracked. They had 4 bongs, 4 bongs, not 8,
Bong?
4
Damn.
bongs lined up, and they had jars of weed go through the garage. I was like, bro, where the fuck all this shit come from? Do your parents know? He was like, nah, I just take it out when they gone. And I was like, okay. I was like, this is a little weird, but I was chilling. I was playing the game. They had the 360 right there at the time. 360. They had 360 in the garage. I was chilling, playing that. And I was just like, oh, let me hit this shit. He was like, yeah, try that shit, man. You ain't never smoked. Try this shit. I hit that shit. I took a big puff. I was like, took the whole shit. I was like, blew that shit out. I was like, I looked at the invisible camera like this. I was like, in my mind, I didn't say it out loud, but in my mind, I was like, this shit is fucking trash. But I was like, maybe they was like, you feel it? I was like, not really. They was like, nah, try another puff. Did another puff. Again, shit is trash. One more time. This shit is trash. Do it again. This is trash. I took like 10 puffs. Like, I was really trying to get high. I was trying my best, but it just was not hitting. It was not hitting, and I was kept playing the game. My motor skills still there. I was playing the game. I was shitting on the nigga in Gears. Playing a little 2K. I don't even play 2K. I was playing 2K, and I beat one of them in 2K probably because they was high. But beat their ass, and then I went back home. I ate. They had some food. I ate. I went home. When I tell you, like, like,
That shit kicked in.
imagine like you get home, you take off your you take off your clothes, you get in your pajamas, you get comfortable, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I sat down on my bed, it's like my soul left my body and I went into the sky. I went into the sky. It's like how it
Oh
the,
no.
the point of view when you die, like they say your soul will go up to the sky. That's what it felt like. I was like,
Send his ass up.
and I was like looking. It's like I was looking up and down. I was like, huh? I was like, okay, that shit kicking in. I already knew what it was. I was like, okay, this shit kicking in. So what I did was I turned off all the lights. My aunt was like, where you been? I was like, I don't want to talk about it. She ain't asked. I just laid in my bed. I laid in my bed. I went to sleep and I woke up and I was good. I didn't really experience it like that. I avoided it. Thank God. But I avoided that shit. But I got that preview with that sky shit. I was like,
This man had a out of body.
yeah, I had a real
Right.
Real
quantum. I
out-of-body
had a real out
experience.
of body experience. It was trash. But
He had that Kanye West shit. This shit right here.
in the music videos where they had the drone coming down from the sky.
Hell no.
Oh no.
That boy was gone.
Man,
But yeah,
done
but that
for.
was the weed story. And that's the last time I smoked weed, so it's been over 10 years. So I don't smoke. I don't consider myself a smoker. Now the lean, when I was like 16, I was in high school. My homeboy, I was cool with everybody. I was cool with the nerd people. I used to hang with them a lot. I was cool with the jocks. I was cool with regular kids. I was cool with the some of the cheerleaders. Everybody knew who I was. Everybody was cool with me. I was coaching everybody, but everybody knew I mostly hung with the nerd kids because that I had more in common with them than everybody else. But in one class, in particular, Spanish class, one of my hood friends, Devin, he was like he's one of my closest friends in high school. We don't talk now, but like at the time, he was like one of my closest friends. But bro, he had this Sprite bottle with a purple Jolly Rancher in there. He was like, bro, you want some? I was like, what is it? He's like, nah, this is some soda, bro. You want some? I was like, give me that shit. I took that shit, took a big go. I was like, oh, this shit good. This shit cold too. I was like, this shit hit. God damn. I was like, this shit hit. He was like, bro, don't drink too much. Don't drink too much. I was like, I already drunk it. He's like, I'll take it back. He's like, you feel anything? I was like, nah, I feel great. He was like, okay. I'll see you later though. Cause it was right at the end of class. Like, I'll see you later though. I'll see you later. So I had gym. Luckily, I had gym the next class. And, I was good for the first 20 minutes. I was hooping. I was, doing my N1 moves. I sat down. When I tell you my whole body froze, like it literally froze from the inside. Think about all the vessels, blood vessels in your body, and it just freeze. Like I felt like a reptile. Like my blood was cold. I couldn't. Like I was shivering. It was like the middle. It was like probably May, so it's getting hot. Like I was like, I gotta go outside. I'm cold as shit. I went outside. I asked the coach, like, can I go outside real quick? He's like, yeah, go ahead, go ahead. I went outside. I was still cold, and I was in the like right under the sun. Like I was on a little balcony and shit. The sun was hitting me, but I couldn't feel shit. Like I couldn't feel my arm. I started to not feel my arm. I started to barely be able to walk. I was seeing like ghostly figures. It was bad. Like lean.
What the
I
fuck?
don't know how niggas drink that and just be like, I'm gonna drink some more of this shit. I don't know how y'all do it, but I can't go through that again. But I was just fucked for the rest of the day. Like the whole day. I'm looking retarded walking through the hallways. I'm sitting here just like swaying back and forth, looking like a drunk. You know, GTA where you drink a bunch of alcohol, and you just walk funny, like a GTA.
Yeah.
I'm looking like that walking through the hallways. And mind you, I was broke growing up in high school. I didn't really have a lot of good shit. So I imagine a dude with some Dickie pants and some Nike Blazers on. Some Blazers at that time. And Tony, you had some Blazers. You got roasted. So that shit cool now, but.
Who mans is this?
Yeah, I'm looking like crazy, my nigga. I was looking crazy. I'm just looking around every class. Like I was asleep because I didn't want to attempt to talk to nobody. I didn't want to do no work because I just would have been scribbling. I would have been looking like that game you was playing, Rod, where you had to scribble to see if you went crazy or not.
Scribble IO.
Yeah. I was like, I ain't trying to draw nothing. Like I'm just gonna chill. And I seen my homie at the end of the day. I was like, what the fuck did you give me? He was like, oh, you feel that shit, huh? I was like, yes, what the fuck is that? He was like, oh, that's lean. I was like, you talking about that shit that he said shit that purple? He was like, yeah, what you thought it was, right? I was like, this shit was good, but this shit is not it. He was like, yeah, I told you not to drink too much, but your ass was thirsty, I guess. He was like, my bad though, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just finished the bottle. I'm about to go home and go to sleep before this shit kick in. I was like, so your bitch ass knew and you didn't tell me until I'm looking crazy the whole day. The next day I had to come to school and just explain myself. Like, I couldn't say I was drinking lean in school. I had to say
You was
I don't
tired
remember.
and shit. Had
I was
shit going on at
tired.
home
Yeah,
or
I was
something.
fatigued.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't in my right mind. But it was just bad. Those are my two big drug stories. That was the only times I ever tried drugs.
That man
Be
Denzel
honest.
Man
was
tried
chopped
that
and
purple
screwed.
stuff. That boy tried.
Just chopped.
Yeah.
Just chopped.
They went to the
Chopped
Houston
cheese.
specials.
He said it was just chopped the Aki way. Fuck wrong.
Oh,
hey,
no.
hey, Nick, you got a story?
So believe it or not, drugs has never been too far for me. It's not like I don't drink, I don't smoke. Just from my athletic background, I cared about my body, so I couldn't like do that stuff while performing. But like growing out of high school, man, it's been weird because like I would drink and I don't know why. I think they call me a heavyweight. I don't feel it. Like my girl used to work at Jamba Juice. And she's like, for my birthday, I want to get you drunk because I want to see what happens. And I'm like, I mean, we could try, I guess. So her knowing how to make smoothies, she's dumping everything in there. She's making like fancy ass margaritas, like fruitful fucking rum and cokes and stuff. Like she's just doing the whole nine. I'm like 7 or 8 drinks in and I'm not even getting drunk. I'm just getting relaxed. And she's like, what's up with you? Like 3-4 drinks in and you're not even feeling it? And I'm like, no, I don't feel it. I mean, my nerves feel better if that helps, but I just like I don't feel it. And then when it comes to smoking weed, like I've never been in a position to smoke it. Most of the people who grew up dealing and stuff around me, they never offered it because they knew I played sports. So they were like, oh nah, we want to make sure we don't mess with you like that. So I never really had a chance to get to it, but I mean, I've always been down to try like an edible or anything because I like food. So I think that would be a great segue for me. Like, let me get a brownie or something. Let me see how it feels. Like, I mean, why not, right? But nah, I ain't got any really good stories like that, sadly.
No, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
big
Nah,
ups
bro,
to
you
you.
dodged a bullet, bro.
For real.
I ain't
I
gonna lie to
Nah,
you.
mean,
bullet,
I don't know,
bro.
man. I want to see all the colors mixing, I want to be able to
I'm
take
telling
your
you,
You say that, but once you
Bro.
experience that motherfucker,
Oh,
Nah, bro. I'm
I
telling
wanted
you,
it to stop.
Once you smoke that exotic or you hit that brownie, bro, you start seeing some weird shapes. So when I seen them 2D shapes like Mario and shit, jumping for the coins, nigga, I was out of there. Nope.
He
Dude.
turned into the little flounder shit off
I'm
SpongeBob.
saying,
He turned to the side of this.
Right. When Doodle
Shit
Bob
just
starts
flat.
talking to you for real.
bro, that fucking mom called me. It's like, you been going for like 3.5 hours. 3 hours later. I was like, bro, what the fuck? Fuck you mean? It's only been 30 minutes.
Yeah, bro.
That
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 shit
lean
took you on a trip.
that lean story though, Denzel, that shit wow. We should have put you in
Yeah,
the booth.
bro.
Should put you
I'll
in the
never touch
studio.
that shit again. I'll never. You couldn't pay me. I couldn't
Don't
deal
worry,
with that.
Denzel. When you come down to Houston, I'll get you
That
some
shit do
real
taste
good
good.
shit,
I will
bro.
say this. They wasn't
It
lying
do,
about that
yeah.
taste. That taste is crisp.
That's
That's
how I
the
get
best.
your ass.
That's better. That's the best soda I ever drank. But I'll never drink that shit
Get your
again.
ass.
I'll never touch it again.
No, bro. When you taste the pineapple Fanta with the lean,
It was better.
that's
With
nah.
Ooh, that sounds
Pineapple
good.
Fanta.
Look at that stuff.
it
Pineapple?
was.
You curious?
Pineapple
I know.
Fanta with the lean. I'm telling you.
Pineapple
Listen,
Fanta.
bro.
If you know,
You
you
about to look
know.
like you about to look
You
like
is from
Wayne.
Houston. You would know. You would know that, wouldn't
I definitely am, my boy. You know. Your ass gonna be slumped. Don't try to play no 2K, no nothing.
Bro,
Your ass is done.
bro, just think, bro. Like, at the beginning of Future's Dirty Sprite 2, he cracked. I know he pouring lean. Like, you can hear the audio,
Yeah, you
but
can
he
hear it.
making lean. He popping the perk, and then he hit the weed type shit.
Damn.
What the fuck? What do you think? What do you
Damn.
Oh
think
my
you at that point, bro? Like, I don't even understand. Like, where the hell where you gonna be at? You gonna be sitting next to yourself, looking at yourself, type shit. You know what I'm
He
saying?
he on the
There's no way, bro.
charts.
Man,
He on
having
the charts.
osmosis.
There's
Bro,
no way, bro.
It's
Man
even
said,
worse.
You gonna do side by
It's even worse. It's even worse when you got a mirror right there too. Because when he got done doing that shit, he's just looking at himself like,
Oh,
Who is that?
man, that's crazy.
"That me?
I couldn't do it,
That
bro.
me?"
Yeah,
Who
it's
the
just
fuck
like the
is
shit
that?
where like you see like on Tom and Jerry when he dies and he looks at
He
himself.
looks at himself
Like
like,
if someone just looking at himself like this, he just
And
looking
then
and
it
he's
says
like,
like
oh
a
shit.
sign, dead as fuck.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, nah, bro.
man.
That's
shit.
wild. I don't know how you could feel like that. Like you see how we all have that experience, and we just like, bro, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
And
man.
you got people that's really like popping these shits every weekend, or
Yeah,
like every
bro.
other
Yeah,
day, or like really just ODing. Like they keep doing it. It's like, how do you have tolerance for this shit? Because I do it one time, and I'm just like, bro, what the fuck did I feel? I wasn't in control. I didn't like the way that shit felt at all. Like I didn't. Motor skills were not there. Speech skills were not there. Couldn't speak. My boy Mike he tried an edible. We was at TGI Fridays. It was like me and a bunch of other employees from the Foot Locker at the time. And he was there. He did not say a word. Mike is talkative. He said the next day when I saw him, he said he couldn't talk, bro. What kind of fucking edible makes it so that you can't speak, nigga? They go to your voice box. They inhibit your voice box actuator. Like, how does that shit work? I was
The
like,
invisible
bro.
ghost glued his shit shut. It was like,
Glued
shut
his
up. You ain't
shit.
talking for the rest of the night.
Yeah, and like the lady was asking him, like, is there anything for you? And he was just like just doing whatever. And like he was just like looking at her, and he was like, "Nah, he's good. Like nothing for him." Like that's what the manager at the time had to say. I was like, "God damn, bro, Mike, he was really
Like,
going."
excuse my boy. He's deaf now. He's mute. He's mute right now. Excuse him.
Yeah,
Somebody
that boy
slapped the
turned
shit out
into
of him. He
Houston
didn't like
real
it.
quick.
And then the next time she see him and he start talking this shit, she gonna think she in the Twilight Zone. Bitch. Like, what the fuck is going on?
I thought
For
he was a
real.
mute.
And we used to go there all the time. Like
It's a miracle.
for real.
That's wild.
That man needed Jesus. He needed a prayer. And he was straight. So
At
like,
the
what?
same time, though. Oh, my
Go
bad.
ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you got it.
No, I was just gonna say, like, we luckily like living to tell these stories, but because this is, I mean, you know, of course, prior to now, but like with today's day and age, where almost everything is accessible without like a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
It's also scary because even No Cap, I just seen on like Instagram, I think yesterday, No Cap homeboy just died from a fake Percocet. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh, wow.
with it being and it can be mixed with anything, and then you know you just get the stamps and you know you chop them up or whatever, and you get you get what looks like what you think is. So he popping them regularly, just like you were saying, right? You popping them regularly to the point where like that's your new norm, and then now you don't know where you getting it from, and then you pop it, and then you don't have no more, like, you know, that's it. You can't even live to tell the story no more. it's just a testament to
Yeah.
God watching over us
Yeah.
and all this. You know what I'm saying?
And
Yeah.
that shit is crazy because at the same time, like you said, it's a day and age where you can get fake shit and motherfuckers be
Anywhere,
passing
man.
off as real, and then that fentanyl bullshit that's passed
Oh
around,
my
and weed
God,
and
that shit's
shit,
scary, bro. Yeah, no, I'm
The
motherfuckers
good.
scary
thinking
thing,
smoking exotic, you smoking your ass to death,
the,
bro. I ain't
the
gonna
thing
lie.
about fentanyl is fentanyl chooses who it kills because it's like some people smoke fentanyl, like straight up fentanyl, nothing else but fentanyl, and they're fine. They high as shit,
Right.
but they fine. Other
Yeah.
people never touch fentanyl in their life. They get it with a fake perk laced with that. They'll just drop
Over
dead.
with.
The
Yeah.
OD
That's
for
Crazy.
sure.
Yeah,
crazy.
But
Nah.
what do you think it's like what motive do the plugs have for lacing their shit?
it's
Like
cheaper.
whether the wig.
It's cheaper. They trying to make a
Cheaper
You
dudes.
cut
profit.
it. It's like a cut. You know what they say like, oh, you cut the cocaine with baking soda to double it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Mm.
It's for them to spend the same amount of money but make double the profit type shit.
Mm.
Don't ask
Uh,
me why I know, bro. I ain't never smoked drugs.
nah. I
It's
wish I knew
all
better.
good, bro.
Nah, it
Nah,
makes sense. Nah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
it
Like if
makes
you would have
sense.
told me that it's synthetic, it makes sense. But obviously, I'm not in that world. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
Yeah,
I
for
wouldn't
sure.
understand. I would just think it's malicious because obviously, like, you know the kind of effects it could have. But like, would you really
Yeah.
try to double your money? Well, I mean,
I
that's what
mean,
motherfuckers do now. Like they double their money at the price of at someone else's expense. Like
yeah,
hiring
Yeah.
workers, work them hard as
that's
shit, back breaking labor just to double your money. You know?
that's why like it derived the money's the root of all of it. Because once you get to a certain point of making money, bro, like you said, you hear rappers talk about it. I sold to my uncle, I sold to my aunt, I sold to my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit, it's okay for them because they're making money that they never thought they would see. Does that make it okay? Hell no. Like I could never look my mom in the face if she was like living that type of lifestyle and be like, oh well, let me get this.
Right.
I would probably like throw up. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
to see somebody you love get to that point and be like, you're the reason for that happening. Hell no, I couldn't stomach that situation, bro.
Yeah,
Right.
it's insane. You gotta have like you can't be all there to see that and think that it's okay or like just
Exactly.
like your morality should tell you that it's wrong. Even if you are, well, I mean, there's some criminals that just are insane. Like that's why they're in the institutes. But it's just
Yeah.
there's no way that you can see that and experience that and just think that there's nothing wrong with what you did. Like it's just morally just. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you would have to reflect about yourself. You would start feeling guilty. Like we all have those emotions,
Mhm.
and I let my god sister. I feel bad to this about this now a little bit. I kind of got over it, but I was being petty. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I used to go to her. I used to go to her house, like my god brother and my god sister. I would go to their house in the mornings because both my parents work corrections, and they had to be at work like early in the morning. So they would take me over there, and then I would go back to sleep at like 5:30 or whatever. I wake up in about an hour and a half to go to school. I would go to elementary school. Like I think it started at what 8 or something like that.
7:38. Yeah.
7:38. Yeah, so I would do that, and like I would just catch the bus from their crib. You know what I'm saying? Go to the school and then ride the bus back to their house, and then my parents would just come pick me up like 10 minutes after I got like to their house. So I was doing that, and one of these mornings, like she had a dog. She called her dog Fluffy. I think it was a Maltese. It's like an all white Maltese. And he was being petty because like I never really like talked to her that much. I kind of talked to her like a little bit, but it was really to my god brother because I had more in common with him. But like I was in her room and she's telling me like about the games and shit. And like she was going to school and she's like, "Can you put my dog away from me, please?" And I was like, "But I don't know how to do this." She's like, "Just put him away. Like it's straight." Like, and I didn't like the way that she said that shit. Like she was kind of ordering me to put her dog away. And
What's
she's
up?
like, "You better
Fuck
put
that
him
dog.
away." Yeah, basically. And then she closed the door, went downstairs, left the house. And I was like, "Man, fuck this shit. I'm not putting that fucking dog away." I looked at that kennel. I was like, "Nah, this is your dog. You should have put that dog away." So I put the dog in that room. Well, I left the dog in the room. I closed the door. When I got home that day, maybe at about 3:30, my mom was talking to me because she got off the phone with her best friend, which is like my godmother. She got off the phone with her, and she was like, Deja said that that dog tore up her room. Like it ripped her blankets, it ripped her pillows. There was flour, well not flour, but like fluff from the fucking pillow everywhere, feathers everywhere. She smashed like the drawers. Like it wasn't even a big dog. It just like was going crazy in that fucking room. Like had pissed and shit on like the carpet. I felt
Damn.
God
so
damn.
fucking bad. I felt so guilty, especially as a kid. I was like, damn, all I had to do is put that shit in a cage, and that shit wouldn't have happened. But I was like, I hope your goofy ass learned a lesson. Because next time, take care of your pet.
Fucking evil.
But I definitely felt really bad though. I felt really bad for a while. I couldn't even I didn't even bring it up. I never brought it up to her. I was just like, shit. I don't know if I closed it wrong. I closed it wrong, and the dog got out. But I don't know.
Now
I felt really bad about that.
Go ahead.
I got a question. Well, this is like a delayed confession from the last episode. We're gonna call it that. And I'm gonna keep it
Oh,
super
yeah.
anonymous. I'm gonna keep it super anonymous so that the people involved don't feel no type of way. So this is a situation, right? So let's say you're at work, right? You have a a coworker that's 16, right? Underage, minor, right? And then you have another coworker that's 25, 26, right? And so I'm gonna give you guys this situation, and then we'll wrap
King,
Hello.
starting to sound like a robot. He's kind
up
of blacked out a little bit.
situation, and then we
Like-
can
Hey,
like
brief
talk about
intermission, bro.
the 25-year-old is making inappropriate. We good now? We chilling? No?
Yeah.
Yes? No? We're not good. We
Yeah,
good?
we
All
good.
right,
We
bet.
good.
Yeah, we good, bro.
All right, bet. So the 25-year-old is making inappropriate like sexual jokes to the 16-year-old, like smelling her hair type shit, like touching her, being all like touchy
Inappropriate.
feely with her and all that shit. So what could the 16-year-old do in that situation? Like, what's y'all advice to that
Whoa.
16-year-old?
This nigga is crazy.
And this is not like a one day thing. Like
What?
this shit's been happening over and over. So like, what do y'all have for the 16-year-old?
I mean,
boy.
if
Go ahead, Nick.
if it's because I mean, at this point, for the person who's watching, it's like, man, it's crazy because we go into our jobs and they actually teach us about stuff like this, right? We go through the training class, the sexual harassment class, and all that stuff, and it's like when it actually happens, you're like, oh, okay, so like technically you could recommend, hey, go to management, try to like report this, make sure this guy's getting comfortable, make the boundary aware. Because usually people like that don't stop unless someone tells them to, or unless they see the victim is not willing to allow that. Right. So to a certain extent, I mean, I would just recommend like, hey, are you really comfortable with this? Because this is not something that's supposed to be happening. Or like just recommending the 16-year-old to like, yo, go speak to management. Like this isn't something that is technically legal or should be allowed. You shouldn't be feeling uncomfortable or getting harassed going to work, especially at 16 years old. That's the last thing you really want to be dealing with right now as you're growing up.
Absolutely.
This is my opinion, though.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I mean, if that opinion isn't the correct one, then I don't know what the fuck is wrong. But I definitely think she needs to confront the issue, like you said. She needs to go to management somehow, some way, or even if she does it herself, or like tries to scare him off. Like if she has an uncle, a big brother, I don't know, cousin, try to get them involved. Like I would say beat his ass. I'm not even gonna hold you, but I'm trying to keep this realistic. It's a 16-year-old girl. Like
You
I
know
like
what?
mace the shit out of him. I'd be like, listen, stop fucking with me. I don't like this. Like it's not cool. You're making me very
Right.
uncomfortable. You know what I mean? And then just mace him. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like they're gonna believe her regardless because obviously, like you hear what's going on at work. You know, like say hypothetically, you hear what's
Thank
going
you.
on at work. Yeah, bless you. You hear what's going on at work. Obviously, she's uncomfortable, and she wouldn't just mace him for no reason. And she's a 16-year-old girl. They're gonna believe her anyway. So I would just do, you know what I'm saying? Like defend yourself because you have to. Because I mean, who's gonna stand up? I feel like you should learn to stand up for yourself. Right now is a perfect time and place. You're uncomfortable. You need to do something about it. But if you can't, you can't speak up for yourself for, whatever reason, you might be shy, embarrassed, it just makes you uncomfortable, like you don't feel like dealing with it. Now you hate work, you hate dealing with, like you're starting to hate men because of this. Like you have to tell someone, and someone needs to act. Someone
Right.
needs to act. Like this, because the sexual harasser, I don't think it's so much as that they're trying to be evil or make this person uncomfortable. They just don't know what the fuck they're doing is unwarranted, and
Right.
it's weird as shit. They don't like know. They don't have those social boundaries intact, like you said. They just don't know that it's weird. Because people just say
Yeah.
shit sometimes and think it's a joke. Like even at my job in Homestead, I had to change this. But on base, sometimes like the adults, like the 40-year-old men would make jokes. And it's just like, Yo, that's a little sexual. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to talk about that shit while we over here handling missiles and shit.
Like they're testing the waters to see what they can get away with the
See,
person.
yeah.
Yeah, or like they'll joke around with other guys. And I mean, I'm a guy too, but it's like, bro, I'm not trying to talk about that. Honestly, I don't even fuck with you to begin with. Like, I'm just here because we working. So it's like, stop joking around like that. Like that shit. Because I remember like one of the dudes, like one of the sergeants put a tool in his pocket, or not in his pocket. You're not supposed to do that. He put it like on his waistband because it's like like you know how cargo pants are, like they're kind of like that. So he put it there, and then like the other guy was like, "Dang Jay," like that's his name. He was like, "Dang Jay, like where'd you put the tool?" And he's I was about to say, and he was like, he did the clap sound. He was like, "It's getting too loud." Like he's like, "I ain't even gotta walk." And I was like, wait, hold on. Like first of all, that was sus as fuck. Like what you talking about? They was just laughing about it, and I was like, bro, that shit
Nigga is
ain't
flamboyant as
funny.
shit, bro.
What did he say?
Yeah, I was just like,
Nigga,
yeah, I was like, he was like, yeah, where you put that tool? Because if you packing like that, he's like, I ain't even gotta walk in with my tool out. And I was like, wait,
Whoa.
Yeah, nah.
like
Hey, yo.
first of all, you got two kids, a
oh,
house,
that nigga is
and
crazy.
either a wife or baby mama. Why are you talking like that? You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I don't know. There's like a big issue with that, in a lot of, and especially construction jobs. Like they call it flight line talk or some shit, and it's just like they talk really flip, like just like they're at home with their best fucking friends, and they all had a few drinks. Like they curse a lot. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of sexual innuendos. It's just it can get really bad. I'm not gonna lie. It's not that bad there. Well, I don't know if there is, but it can get bad. You know what I'm saying? So for this particular situation, something definitely needs to happen to him. He needs to learn why this isn't okay, and obviously keep his distance.
You know what?
I'm gonna give you the
Go ahead.
rundown
Yeah.
of the hood nigga version of this. Now, from his past experience, I ain't ever dealt with no shit like this, but like something needs to be done, bro, because motherfuckers who do that shit, they can get away with it, and they gonna keep going until something's finally said. So if you can't stand up for yourself, you know, call whoever you can, management, or you gonna have like a homeboy or homegirl that's obviously on that type of timing. Or if you got a big brother, call his ass up there. You know what I'm saying? Have a talk with him after work or before work. Let his goofy ass know we ain't trying to play none of that shit. And if, you know, motherfuckers is gonna light up, they gonna act up different because, you know, you got somebody that's bigger than them or on size of them. They gonna act nice for a few minutes and then they gonna go back to that normal shit. If it keeps on happening, slap the shit out this nigga or beat his ass. Either or. But if you in a
Yeah,
position
using
not
violence as
to,
a weapon, yeah.
if you're in a position not to do anything about that, get somebody to beat his ass, bro. Because that shit ain't it, bro. You 25 and she's 16, bro. Like,
Now it definitely gets deeper than this, but for the sake of it being anonymous, we'll talk about that after the episode. I'll give y'all the details. It does get deeper.
So Terrell, if it was cool, because I love these kind of topics because I always like flipping it to see how people react. So what would you do if the 16-year-old was actually okay with it because she likes the 25-year-old?
What would I do?
No. I mean, just hypothetically, like, because there are situations where some 16-year-olds they like the person, which is why it's allowed or why they let the innuendos go through, and they don't want to do anything about it because when I turn 18, I'll get him then. That's sort of how the immature mindset becomes. So it's like, then what? Would you still go, well, this person isn't allowed to do anything until you're 18? Or would you sort of just go, well, maybe you need to go to your parents. You know, you need to talk about this. Maybe you need to really air it out. Like, yo, I know you like this guy, but there's a time and place. Or would you go, if she isn't saying anything's wrong, I shouldn't step in? Or
I think it's still like an inappropriate situation, whether she likes it or not. And even though, just think about you just waiting. Like she's 16, you 25. You waiting 2 years to have an appropriate relationship with somebody. Like that's kind of I don't know. That's kind of weird.
We all know from the hood nigga personification. We all know that shit ain't gonna last, bro. Let's be honest. Let's put 100. Let's put you at 1,000 with this shit.
Nah, you 18 in Chinese years. No, I'm saying.
Nah, bro. You waiting 2 years to hit a bitch, bro. You was tripping. Nigga, you was touching 30. Nigga, touch some grass. Go touch some bitches your age. Why are you touching a barely a teenage woman,
A high
bro. Like,
a
what
high
the fuck is wrong
schooler.
with you?
A high
That's
schooler.
what I'm saying. You
Facts.
touching a high school
Yeah.
that just touched high school. Like, bro, what is you on? I'll smack the fuck out your goofy ass if I see you. But
I'm gonna let y'all know straight up that this does happen, and I know
Yeah.
two people
yeah, it
who
does.
engage in this, and
Yeah.
it's like,
Foot Locker.
yeah,
Wow.
Hey, yo.
Wow. He was on
Hey,
it quick.
Damn.
yeah. I mean, that's
God.
really how it is. Because if you think about it, I mean,
That's weird.
Terrell knows somebody too, but we we gonna keep it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna out him just yet. But it's like,
Who I know?
let's say
I
I'm
think
just
we
gonna give
talked
it a
last
scenario.
time.
So usually older people are like, there's usually adults in management, right? Because you have to work for a certain amount of years to get to management, or honestly, it don't even be like that all the time. Like you don't even have to have the amount of time in position anymore. It's really just like what you know, how
Whatever
fast,
you.
yeah, who you know, and how like this the timing. Honestly,
Right.
what you do.
Let me get an
So
initial. Let me get an initial. Let me
nah,
get something.
nah.
Let me get a
That's what
hint. I
nah.
need
That's
to
what
know
gives.
who this is.
That's
Nah, that's
too
gonna give it
revealing,
away.
bro.
It's
That's
gonna
too
give it away. It's gonna
revealing.
give it away. But so actually, we can do if we keep doing what we usually do, like with the whole Todd and who was it, Maria or who the fuck I said.
Uh-huh.
Like if we keep doing that, then maybe I can give it to you, but I can't think of another name. So fuck it.
What year was it? Was it like the first time you started working together, or the second time? And then I
Yeah,
can.
like first time, like 2017, well no, 2018 kind of. I don't even know if you were still at the store at that time. Anyway, look, check me out. So, um, yeah, so basically you have to be what, 17? Like now they even like say 16 they'll hire you, which is fucking weird, I think, cuz like now I have to work around a bunch of 16-year-old fucking kids that don't really like understand how to engage people, and they're not really that smart cuz they're 16. You know what I'm saying? The majority of them like still have to learn a lot. Like at 16, I was still immature. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really know that much about work ethic and just caring about the job in general. Like they're less reliable. That's just how it is. As a teenager, you're less reliable. That's
Yep.
just fact. I mean, of course, there's outliers, but it is what it is. So you join the job at 17, and you're about to be an adult. Now, in management, usually you're about 18, 19, 20, 21, because obviously you had to be working there for a while. You have to go through the training. You have to go through the book. You have to learn how to do all this stuff. You have to go through a few like blackout seasons, so you're seasoned, no pun intended.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
you get to either sales lead or assistant manager, management. And usually management is like always adults. Like the management is usually the oldest people there. But you got to go through a lot to actually get a store. Sometimes they don't get you a store until like a long time. They can promise you a store and you won't have a store for a while. Sometimes they get you right in, or they have
Hell
you
yeah.
at temp stores. So you know what it is. So now if you hire a girl, especially like attractive girls, and like they're about to be 18 but they're 17, and it's like you're in your 20s, let's say you 21, 22, you find this girl attractive, you like sometimes like it happens. Well, I'm not saying I've done it, but like I've seen it happen. Like they'll flirt with the girl and wait those few months until she turns 18. Do y'all think that's wrong? Do y'all think that's weird? And if it's weird, like how long are you supposed to wait if there's like a 4-month, 5-month wait until they turn 18? Like why would you not let them know that you're interested? Like you don't have to be sexual towards them, but like
Right.
how would you go about that?
I think, coming off that, I mean, now she like, how many months we talking? Like, we talking about 3 months till she turn 18, or like, what's the rundown on that?
Let's say I get hired in August. My
Okay.
birthday is in January. Say
Mm.
that.
Oh
My
shit.
birthday's in January. I turn 18 in January. Now I like you. I'm 17. Like, let's say I'm the girl in this situation. I'm 17. I
Right.
like you. I think you're attractive. You're 20, but I like you. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And like, what do I do here? Like, what's the correct way to go about it? And you see it going on. You are the manager. You see it going on. Obviously, I'm interested in him. He's interested in me. What's going on?
I mean,
If it
like.
was me, I'd be the professional hoe ass nigga and get one of y'all. Fuck you, mean, bitch.
You
Ain't
said
no
you're
way.
what?
I'll be a hoe ass nigga and get one of y'all fired, bro. Because I just be sitting here. I like to observe niggas like like insects. Like, yeah, look at this nigga think he about to
I
get some
mean,
cheeks. Yeah, bro.
okay,
We
let's. I'm
finna
gonna just put
go
down
ahead.
Devin's devil horns real quick. Let me just put
Go
them
ahead.
down. Let me pull out the halo real quick. I mean, honestly, I mean, if things are, and you're the manager, right, Rod? That's what you said. That's the role we're playing in this, seeing everything
Yeah,
going
the
about.
role you're
Okay,
playing is the manager.
I mean, I'm so in my particular case, I'm big on communication. So if I'm aware, I wouldn't just try to be cutthroat because, and maybe this is the lover boy in me because of where I'm at in life right now, but I'd be like, man, that could be like the wife. They could be married soon. You know, they could have a future together, and I don't want to determine that based on rules and regulations. Like I'm the softy. So I'm probably gonna go, you know what? Hey, do me a favor. I'm willing to make things work out. Y'all try to keep things PG. Y'all can even be cool here. Try to keep things PG. In January, then I can let y'all have more serious roles. You know, same time off some days. I'll let you guys, you know, do what you need to do for dates and stuff. But until then, let's keep it strictly business until she's of age. That way you ain't getting in trouble and she's not getting in trouble and it falls back on me because technically as the manager you're responsible for whatever pops off.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm gonna communicate. I understand what you guys want, but there's gonna be a time and place for it. You know, I'm not ready to go. Both y'all get out. I ain't trying to deal with this all together. Y'all ain't stalking them shit. I ain't like Devin. You know, I'm trying to at least be reasonable.
Devin's a demon. Devin's a
This man's
demon.
like both y'all gonna be broke on the side of the road if y'all want to cause
Oh my
problems.
god, bro! Like, cause I've seen that shit happen so many times, and like I've been in positions where I had to manage a crew, and it's just like I know what's gonna happen because I know somebody like me gonna see this shit, and you might wait those couple of months and wait for her to turn 18. You might just hit it and quit it, bro. Like, let's be honest. The first thing with a hood nigga was do, bro, he would wait. You know what I'm saying? He would throw subliminal shots, you know, little stupid shit. Then he would wait. And then after he beat cheeks like once or twice, he might just quit and make the female feel like shit. So now y'all work at the same job and she feel like shit. And then you over here just doing your thing. Like, that's not really kind of cool, bro. Cause like
Right.
you playing with this girl hard. And maybe that could have been her first boyfriend. So you don't know what the fuck is going on through her thing. And that leads into other problems, mental health and depression. And then that might lead into suicide. Because there's a
Yeah.
lot of females that have killed themselves over their first love.
Yeah, if they
That's
don't have
facts.
that, yeah,
And
that proper
that's a
figure, that
double edged
proper
sword.
understanding, yeah.
So like if y'all kosher about it and y'all keeping things like business wise perspective, then I ain't got no problem with it, bro. But if you just trying to holler at the female and try to beat cheeks, nah, nigga. I'm on my light skin shit. I'm on my demon shit. Yo ass getting the fuck out of there. I might even beat your ass up. Oh god.
Yeah,
'Cause,
it's
nah,
like
bro.
it's really your job as the manager to be able to
Yeah.
assess these kind of things.
Yeah,
Like
because
you
you
need to be able to see his intention. You should be able to see whether she's like mature enough to really know what she wants. And I would
yeah.
actually pull her to the side and have a talk with her about it because obviously she's the minor.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so like you know you don't have to be that forward with it and that like blunt, but you just come out and be like,
Yeah.
hey, you know, I see you're interested in so and so. Like, how do you feel about so and so? And then if you talk to them maybe for about 10 minutes and the girl says that she's, you know, like actually likes him, she's comfortable with him, whatever, and you pull the other dude to the side, like as a guy, like if you're a guy, we guys, as a guy, you could tell what intentions a guy has. Like if he really is just interested in like being curious of her because she's young and fresh, or if she like if he actually likes her and wants to date her or whatever the case may be. So I mean, I know a few
Me.
dudes who like was looking at someone that was young, like 16, they just turned 17 because they seem mature or they pay the bills or they help with some bills and they just had to grow up fast. So it's like they're more mature, they have
Yeah.
responsibilities, they have credit already. Like shit, I don't even have good credit yet. Like, cause I don't even have a fucking credit card, being real with you.
Right.
All I have is like a loan in my name. So that's what I have for credit. So it's like if you have things like that, they have, you know, these experiences that you would only gain as adults because then you get access to them
Right.
and they're working all the time. It's like like how much of that chronological age is still their real age? You know what I mean? Because I mean I know it's their age physically,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
mentally they're what? They're
They
like
might have
you. They're
a
19. They had to grow up fast, or they might have had like a lot of trauma where they were alone a lot. Because I know there's some people that I work with at Foot Locker that literally go home to no one. They don't have their mom's not there. Their whoever they live with is not there. They cook for themselves. They clean for themselves. They get up and they take their ass to work in like in the morning. You know what I'm saying? They might be 17 You feel what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and I've
Yeah, I
met,
feel you.
I've also met someone who like was in that same situation and he ended up having like kids with this girl. You know what I'm saying? Like when they turned 18, he had kids with this girl, and they dated for maybe 2-3 years, and then it just didn't work out. But it was like more of an innocent relationship. Like obviously she's attractive because you got to be attractive first. But
Mhm.
like they both wanted to date each other. They did. Like he caught her early, and they had kids or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And the age
Yeah.
gap might be like 8 years, 8-9 years. So it's like all of this
Hey,
stuff really just I don't know.
It's like because like I understand what you're talking about because I had a few homegirls that they had to mature like that because their parents was out and about doing Lord knows what, but they would make sure the bills is paid. But other than that, their parents just basically told them you gotta pay for your own food, you gotta wash your own dishes, do all types of shit. So they was like 17, 16, just turning 18, some of them, and they had a mind of a 25-year-old. They was out here doing credit, learning about credit in college. Some of them was just out there just going clubbing every day, but they took care of themselves. They didn't like to associate themselves with a specific image. More so, they was young as fuck, but they had a mind of a 25-year-old. You couldn't tell the difference. So I'm just trying to look out for that Pacific minor or that Pacific girl because it's a cold reality, bro. Let's be honest,
Yeah.
bro. When niggas see a
yeah.
fine ass female, first thing they thinking of, oh damn, I'm ready to beat cheeks. Motherfuckers nowadays is really not trying to get into relationships. Now, I'm not gonna say that for every guy, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying for about
There's the oddballs.
75%. 75% dudes just they don't really care about the relationship side. They just trying to beat cheeks. So I'm trying to work in the favor of a girl, but if the dude is showing some promising, you know, attitude and charisma towards work and being PG about it or kosher, then I'll let it slide. I'll pull them to the side, have a little talk and shit, and then that'll be that. Because I can only control what goes inside, what happens inside the building. What
Mhm.
happens outside the building, that's off of my hands. So I can't really do anything about that. But while you at work, we're gonna make sure shit get done right the right way. And then after that, I can't really help you out. So
Now,
that's how I feel
quick
about that.
question. Quick question. What time are we at?
We had an
About
hour.
113.
Yeah, 113.
Unfortunately.
All right.
113.
So
Damn.
do y'all wanna wrap the episode here, right? And then do like a bonus episode for like another 30, 40 minutes?
Oh, we could. We could.
I
I'm cool
mean,
with
Cause
that.
we, cause
yeah,
we,
it
cause we, cause
sounds.
we got, cause we got way more shit to talk about. We got that.
We
Yeah, we have a
do.
we have a bunch
Honestly,
of other
just
shit to talk
from
about. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, just from what Devin
Rod,
said, like a few
Rod,
questions
that,
pop up in my mind,
Yeah.
like
yeah,
when
Rod, that book.
it's crazy.
The woman about the woman wrote the book and shit. Yeah, we gotta talk about that.
I have this last bit of conversation had me write down another topic that I have for y'all. So I seen a video, but we'll wrap it here and then we'll do like a bonus episode so that at least an episode goes up and then the bonus episode will drop it whenever because I like the way this conversation is going. So who's gonna wrap
Yeah.
it?
Okay. Okay.
Denzel's gonna take us out.
Zell.
Let's
Whoa.
go.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Lean
Oh,
himself, yeah.
yeah,
I
Lean with the Sprite.
yeah. You right there,
Lean with the Sprite.
appreciate you
713.
guys on the Spotify and the Apple listens and all the audio platforms for listening to us every week. Tune over to YouTube though, because I've been doing the videos and they've been looking crispy. You know what I'm saying? They've been looking good. You can see our faces. It's more. You can retain more from it by seeing reactions. I think so. I think
Definitely.
relatively. Um, Follow the TikTok. Rod and Terrell be putting up some gems up there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we going viral on TikTok. Shout for all the
Oh yeah,
likes
we
and
are low
supports,
key.
bro. We be
Low
popping
key.
off on that TikTok. I ain't gonna lie.
We just had one hit like 95 likes in like a day or some shit like that.
Sa,
Yeah. TikTok going
Nice,
up.
fucking with
nice,
the movement.
nice.
Oh, we had
So yeah,
956. We had 956
56.
exactly.
For
956
listens.
listens, total listens.
sir.
Yes,
Let's get to that
sir.
1K soon, guys, for
Get us
sure.
there. Go ahead, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do the
man.
Rod face. Get us to 1,000 views, 1,000 listens. But yeah.
Oh, bro.
This is your
Damn.
boy Denzel. This is the guys. And that's it.
He didn't even. He said
All
just
right,
him.
guys.
That's crazy.
That's it.
Denzel
I
has told
mean,
us his speech. We got my boy Rod again. We got Terrell. We got my boy Ant, and then we got my boy
Yeah.
Nick, who is not on camera right now. We're working on that, but we definitely gonna bring them back
Appreciate
in for some future episodes. It's gonna be lit. So y'all stay tuned, man. Just the guys, and we out.
Yo.